welcome to Honor the Roots. This video I'm showing you how we built rock columns for a bridge support. What we did was we found rocks in the nearby area, we moved them into place, stabilized each one, filled in the cracks with gravel, and just kept building up from there. I learned a lot about rock stacking in this process, and it was a lot of fun. Everyone was super tired by the end of it. And just stick around to the end for an update, but I hope you enjoy the video of them being built. One thing I forgot to mention was the reason why I chose this method. And I want to do the least amount of harm to this environment. And I was worried that putting concrete in the creek would alter it, damage it. But I was damaging it anyway by moving these big rocks. I mean, there were several where there were baby crawdads underneath, or minnows were hiding underneath, or if I got them from land, there was an ant colony. So I definitely altered this environment anyway, but I just was trying to do the least amount of harm while also accomplishing my goal. It is such a big task that I have to find a safe way to get from the creek all the way to the top where my home will be built. And I've been racking my brain on just how to accomplish this. And this was what I decided to go with. And honestly, I'm really proud for trying something completely new, and we figured it out. I mean, we made some very sturdy stacks of rocks. In fact, this whole series is trying new things. I have an idea of what I want to accomplish, but it's all new to me. And I learned even on this very first project, I'm going to have to let some ideas go of what I wanted, because it's just not going to work. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just changing my mindset to what's really important. This method that I wanted to do isn't going to work, and that's okay. I mean, it can be hard to let go of that. I struggle with perfection so much, and I struggle with whenever I set my mind to something, letting it go. I'm an incredibly determined person, which works out in a lot of ways. I get a lot of stuff done, but growing is learning how to let go. In fact, I didn't even think I was going to get this property, and I was absolutely heartbroken. This was my dream. I had been searching for so long for the absolutely perfect property, and I found it. And the sellers agreed to sell it to me. I was so excited, and then it was days till the signing, and there was a problem. And they were telling me it was going to be up to 9 months before I get it, if I even get it at all. And I was devastated. But I was going to wait for it, whether it came to me or not. I had to let go of that plan, that idea that if I never found my perfect piece of property, that I will still be whole and complete, loved, and still do amazing things in my life, even if this dream that I've had for so long never comes true. I'm not gonna pretend like it was easy. I definitely cried so many times. But every day I just had to say, if it was meant for me, it will come back to me. And I thank the universe for hearing me and understanding and allowing me the opportunity to play around, learn, have a place to call home. I can't even describe the feeling on how amazing it is. I'm incredibly thankful. I had realized, though, that I could have been doing this all along. There were environments that I sort of adopted, these public places that I visited very often, and I did take care of them. I cleaned up garbage and things that other people had left, and it really gave me so much healing. I had been in a really low spot, and that was where my journey had began. I spent countless hours there, but because it is a public place, I never took it as a place that I could really call home, where I felt grounded and heard. And I realized that I could have been doing that all along there, more than just visiting periodically just to get a nice view or to appreciate the energy. And I could even look at it bigger than that, and that our entire worlds, the earth, is our home. Every place has its own energy, and it's all something that we can take care of and connect with. And I wish I would have realized that sooner, but I'm thankful to have a central location that I'm in charge of. Everything I do here influences the environment. But at the same time, everything's also temporary. I am the current caretaker of this land. I don't know who's going to have it after me or how long I'm going to have it. But while I do, I have the ability to be creative, and that's what I'm going to do with humanity, the environment, everything kept in mind. And am I going to get everything right? Absolutely not. But that's part of perfectionism is, well, if I can't be perfect, then I can't do it. And that's just not going to work. We are okay making mistakes. It's fine as long as we can learn and grow from them. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I hope that whenever you watch me make my mistakes, you feel comfortable making your own. As long as you have the best interest in mind. There can't be too much harm that's done. We have the benefit that nature is incredibly resilient. In some of the harshest landscapes, there is still life that's thriving. We've absolutely destroyed some environments, and yet they may not have fully recovered and may not ever become what they once were. But nature evolves, and we are allowed to evolve as well. There is a book called The Sacred Path Cards: The Discovery of Self Through Native Teachings by Jamie Sams. And I think she summarizes really well kind of the journey. I'll be reading out of the chapter Great Mystery, Original Source. Great Mystery created all things in beauty, harmony, and interdependence. Each facet of creation was, is, and will always be. The forms may change, but the energy of creation is self-regenerative and eternal. Great Mystery created Great Spirit to direct the creative flow of the uniworlds, which include all universes, all levels of consciousness, all understanding, and all life. As we explore and discover the mystery further, we learn that more is created and allowed to evolve. Trying to figure out all the answers to the Great Mystery is foolish and impossible because we are part of that infinite, progressive creation. Every life form has free will to co-create with the original source in beauty, in truth, or in ugliness or despair. Every life form has one common mission as well as their individual ones. Each life form is created to learn to be an equal contributor to the beauty of the whole. The purpose of the common mission is to discover who you are, why you are here, and what talents you can use to assist the whole, and how you are going to go about it. This mission of discovery is the sacred path of beauty that allows every living creature to express uniqueness in the way that exemplifies harmony and truth. All creations are part of the Great Mystery's whole, just as every cell in the human body has a different function, and yet together those cells make up a carbon combustion unit that houses a spirit with a unique identity. All human ideas are births from the spirit inside of the human body, are fed to the brain, and then acted upon through the will of the total being. All ideas in creation come from the Great Mystery, are gathered by the Great Spirit, and then are used to feed the rest of creation. To limit the power of creation in ourselves or others is a human concept. If we acknowledge the limitlessness of Great Mystery, we must acknowledge that this life force is also a part of our makeup, because we are created by that same original source. I'm back out at Honor the Roots. There has been historic flooding this morning. They said there was 12 inches that fell in 5 hours. And I mean, it's just taking out bridges. It's flooding homes. We usually only get 3 inches of rain this month. That was outrageous amount of rain. So I made it out here to check on my bridge supports and see if they're still holding and if they need to be built any taller, reinforced more. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm at the road and I can hear the creek running. So let's go see. Alright, between these two trees, that's the first support that we built. And then that one over there is the second one we built. This water is flowing. I am glad that I got to see this and fix it before I actually built the bridge. So I'm looking at this, trying to figure out what happened, and we were removing like rocks and pebbles and stuff from right here, and it looks like the water shifted some bigger rocks, damming up the water, and that's been diverting the water straight to my pillar. This other one had the water's curving, so it didn't hit it as much. Guess I have a little bit more planning to do. Some of it can't be controlled, but I can do my best to try and prevent that from happening again. Sure is beautiful. Before I even acquired the land, I think part of the reason that I was having so many struggles getting it is because I was so attached to finally getting a piece of land. And I needed to learn that it's all temporary anyway. You know, anything I do, it's going to evolve, it's going to change, it's going to disappear, you know. So the fact that these stairs washed away like 2 weeks after I built them, alright, I'll redo them. I'll do them better. I have a little more experience now. Anyway, I hope you'll join me whenever I do it again. You guys have a great one.